guys. I feel like it has been so long since I've been on YouTube. Since I've been on YouTube Live, I'm going to be on here just for like a couple of minutes, just sharing some details of the fast that we have coming up, y'all. This fast is going to be completely different than any other fast that we've ever done. And I'm excited to just kind of touch on some of those details with y'all. Um, it's crazy that, I'm getting on here today and just sharing details of the fast because when I tell y'all like what I have experienced today, the kind of day that I've had a good day. So let me just straighten that out. I'm not saying that I've had a bad day, but the experiences that I have had. So first and foremost, the weather here in Texas has been weathering, okay, for like the last few days. Um, the last few days, it's been kind of like off and on, like rain a little bit and stuff like that. And so, yesterday I had a play date. My kids had a play date. And so I was checking the weather and all of that stuff. And because I had to drive a pretty good distance to the play date or whatever. So when I looked, I saw that it was supposed to storm today and it was like a tornado watch today. Y'all, it said that the tornado watch was going to be happening like around like, or not the tornado watch. It said that the thunderstorm was going to be happening around like 2, 3 p.m. So I'm like, okay. So I start my morning routine. Normally, y'all, like drop my kids off at school, go to the gym, and then I get out of the gym and I'm like, oh, I need to pick up a couple things. Like I knew that we needed detergent so that I could finish up some laundry. I needed something for like dinner tonight, like just, normal like mom stuff, right? Y'all, why when I got out of the grocery store, it was pouring down rain. Like when I say pouring, and this was the one time that I parked probably like half a mile away from the grocery store. So when I tell y'all completely soaked, no umbrella, nothing, just walking out of the grocery store with all my bags, like walking and winging it, okay? And it was crazy because when I first came out the store, I could see that it was raining, but I was like, it's not that bad. Like, I'm just like, this ain't that bad, child. It was giving like borderline hell when I came out of like craziness, y'all. So I got in here and I was already kind of like a little bit just like behind schedule with getting things, together and just preparing just house stuff that I had to do before I got on here. But as 1 o'clock got closer, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I have to have a hat on to get on live because my hair is looking crazy and I gotta do this. But I'm sharing this to say that the enemy tried to distract me. Okay. The enemy tried to make me not even get on here altogether based on something that really was out of my control. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be moments that it rains unexpectedly. There's going to be moments that the weather does things that you did not expect it to do. There's going to be moments that certain things have, like, it's going to be moments where you have to show up and you don't really feel like showing up. This is the type of weather today, y'all, that I would love to just be in the bed all day. I'm giving it to y'all straight. I would love to just be relaxing. I would love to be with the fireplace on. I would love to be just watching some Netflix, a rom-com or something like I'm being completely real. But I'm so grateful that I'm feeling like this today because it leads into what we're going to be specifically fasting for. So, God told me a few weeks ago that we would be doing 40 days of prayer again. Now, we've done 40 days of prayer maybe 3 times at this point, and so I'm excited. 40 days of prayer, like it's always been very powerful. It's always been, very special. It's always been very transforming, and it's always just been such a blessed time. Like the testimonies that come in anytime that we've done 40 days of prayer, with people testifying about what the Lord has done, like I love it, right? So I was excited, but I'm thinking that we're doing it and we're doing it in the way that we have always done it. We're fasting for financial breakthrough, we're fasting, for financial increase. And so as it got closer to the start of the fast, because we are starting the fast this week, which I'll kind of get into a little bit more about that. So as it got closer to the start of the fast, the Lord was like, no, this fast is for a specific group of people. This is not just a fast that's just for everybody in general. And so I had to fast. I had to pray, on who this fast was specifically for. And so I feel like I got it almost a week ago, Wednesday, when we were fasting for Wealth Warfare Wednesday. And so while we are still fasting and praying for 40 days and meeting every day, together during that time, this fast is specifically for people that are called to millions but have not seen it yet. Again, this fast is specifically for people that are called to millions but have not seen the millions yet. I'm going to say it again. This fast is specifically for people that are called to millions but have not seen the millions yet. So typically, when we have fasted, it has always been just kind of like through the supernaturally paid ministry. Like, I've never really brought in anybody else that I've done like a joint fast with type thing, like any other like ministries or anything like that, that it's been a situation where it's a joint, type of fast. But we are fasting, and basically throughout the way of, or throughout this fast, this 40-day fast, we are fasting pretty much in partnership, in a sense, with my business. And I say in partnership with my business because I've never necessarily like led a fast. I want to be mindful of how I say this, because it's not like this is a business fast. It's not like this is a fast that is just for people that's already in business. But this is a fast for people that are called to make millions from their business. And so I say that it's going to be in partnership with my business, because I know that typically when we are fasting and when we're having a live sessions and things like that, obviously it is very prophetic, but it's also a lot of ministering, right? And it's still going to be prophetic. It's still going to be a lot of ministering, but it's also going to be a lot of teaching as well. It's going to be a lot of Bible teaching. That's something that's an important part of all of our fast. But it's also going to be a lot of business teaching as well. So what I want y'all to think about it, like, and I'm still having like a tough time putting it into words, because this is my very first time ever doing a fast and structuring it like this, basically, being called to structure it like this. But what I want to say is, think like fasting and learning and praying all in one, if that makes sense. Again, this is my first time having a fast that was structured like this, or that's going to be structured like this. And so I am absolutely still learning, as I go. And I'm pretty sure that as we navigate through these 40 days, I will still be learning, and God will still be revealing and just kind of teaching me things as we go along. But, I'm excited about this, y'all, because when I say I am just so tired of seeing broke disciples, I don't think there's no other way to put it. Um, I'm over it. I'm so over it. And I know that it's things that are um happening that are delaying people from making the millions that God has called them to make. Um, there is distraction, there is disruption that's going on with a lot of people. There is fear. It's so much, I think that when we do our fast, a lot of times we always have the spirit of poverty that comes up, right? We always have the spirit of fear that comes up. Like we always have these things that come up. We always have people that, oh, they're struggling to pay their bills, or this happened and this fast is for people that I'm talking about, like, for a fact that God has anointed you to make millions of dollars, to experience a much higher level of success than you are seeing now. So we are fasting for breakthrough in businesses. We are fasting for breakthrough in ideas. We're fasting for breakthrough in your mindset. We're fasting for breakthrough in your habits, because there's a lot of people that have this $1 million idea that's right at your fingertips, but your habits are not, you're not basically in alignment with what God is calling you to do, because you're not executing on the things that you need to do to see the millions. So we are doing 40 days of prayer and fasting. But I'm kind of calling this like a two name type of fast. Like it's gonna have like a subtitle or a theme, so to speak, because like I said, this fast is very different than any fast that we've ever done before. So it is still 40 days of prayer and fasting, but the theme of this fast is marked for millions. Marked for millions, y'all. I'm excited. This is going to be very powerful. I'm going to share the details in the email, because I'm going to be sending out the registration email today. But that's going to have all of the details just in terms of what we're fasting from, the times that we're going to be meeting live every single day. And I'm excited, y'all. I am excited. I am looking forward to this. I cannot wait to see what the Lord is going to do. Also, for this 40 days, we are moving into something. There is going to be a special time that's kind of, I want to say that's maybe going to be around 25 days into the fast. Yeah, I believe it's like 25. I would have to count all the days. But around 25 days into the fast, we are doing something super special that we have never done before. So I'm really, really, really excited. Like when I say God gave me a totally different set of marching orders for this fast, like marching orders that I have never got before, but I am excited. It is a special time also because we are pretty much, I want to say, at the end of this fast. It's going to be, because we're starting a fast on Wednesday, Wednesday the 21st. Is that yeah, that's the 21st of this month. And so 40 days is going to put us right around, I believe, the 30th of June. So we are literally fasting, like we're closing out the first half of the year basically with this fast. And so I'm excited, because what I believe is going to happen is that a lot of you guys are going to go into the second half of the year brand new. And I believe that there is going to be testimony after testimony after testimony about how in the second half of the year, the revenue in your business did double what you did in the first half of the year. The revenue in your business did triple what you did in the first half of the year. So I am excited. Be on the lookout in your email, you guys. Because I'm going to be sharing all the details, the fasting details. Like I said, it's going to be details of the times that we're going to be meeting up live every day and all of that stuff. But I cannot wait, y'all. I cannot wait. I am excited. Oh, another thing that's going to be a little bit different. So typically, when we do the live prayer sessions for the fast, we are doing the live prayer sessions basically on this YouTube channel. We are going to be doing the live prayer sessions on my new YouTube channel. So I'm excited about that, because that channel is more targeted towards like business and things like that. And so my Rich with Raven YouTube channel is going to be the one that is housing all of the prayer calls and prophetic sessions for this specific fast. So I will put that link in the email. I know some of you guys are like, where's that channel? Some of y'all here are already subscribed to it, but I'm going to make sure that I drop that link in the email that goes out today with the registration. And so I'm excited, y'all. I am so So excited for this fast. Because it's different, it's different. I can feel, the difference than all the other fasts that we have done. And it's overdue. It's overdue for followers of Christ to see the level of wealth that has always been promised to us. And so I'm excited, you guys. Another thing that I am going to be sharing, or going to be inviting you guys to, I'm probably going to talk about this on the very first day of the fast. But typically, when we have done a fast, maybe with the exception of one time, yeah, I want to say one time, and we might not have even been fasting. No, we weren't. We actually were not fasting during that time. Last year, it was actually my birthday last year, so August, so almost a year ago. Last year I did the Proverbs 13:22 experience in December of last year, but I announced it in August of last year. And so here I am, and I'm just thinking, okay, Lord, we're going to basically be doing the Proverbs 13:22 experience this year again, in December. The Lord said, no, we're not waiting until December to do something. And we're going into multiple cities. And so I am going on tour this summer, you guys. It has been years since I have done a tour. So I'm so excited about that. I have no idea how many seats are left because I already opened up like tickets to like my favorite 365 community. But we're going to Dallas. I think Dallas is like the third stop. So we're going to be in Dallas. We are going to be in Baltimore. We're going to be in Atlanta, and we're going to be in Chicago. So that is literally going to be throughout the summer. So I'm excited about that, like I said, because I have not been on a tour in a very long time. So, I mean, last year we did some stuff like the praise and worship services, but these events that we're doing this year are very different because they're more geared towards business. But I'll talk about all of that stuff like a little bit later on, because I would love to meet you guys. Those of you that are marked for millions, I would love to meet you all in person in one of those cities. I cannot think of the exact dates off the top of my head, but I know Baltimore is going to be the very first one in the month of June. So that one is next month. And then Atlanta is going to be in July. Dallas is going to be in August. And then Chicago is going to be in like early September. So yeah, God is keeping me. He got me real busy. But I'm excited, you guys. I feel like anything else that I say would just be blabbering because, yeah. Anything else that I could say would just be blabbering, but I'm excited. I'm looking forward to being on YouTube every day again. It's been a very long time since I've been on YouTube every single day. And so, yeah, I'm excited to be back. I don't feel like I was on a hiatus. I don't feel like I was on a sabbatical, but whatever I was on, your girl is back. Rest. I'm gonna just say I was on rest from YouTube. I mean, I've definitely been in the field though. The people that are in Proverbs 13:22 University and Favor 365 and Saints with Stocks can vouch for that. I've absolutely still been in the field, but it's just been a busy time focusing on some of those other things. So y'all be blessed and have a great rest of your day. Let me say hi, first of all, because I was so busy talking that I didn't see all these comments. So, hey, Candace. Hey, Zarina. Who is that? Hey, Kristen. I don't even know if y'all are still on here because y'all spoke like when I first got on here. Hey, Shanice. Yes, very much. It's weathering. Yes, we still fast for Wealth Warfare Wednesday, but it was a long while in the beginning of the year that we were not fasting for Wealth Warfare Wednesday. It's also a new list, so you had to re-sign up for the list. So that's probably how some people that were fasting with us last year have been, basically missing out on it this year. Um, Come on, I'm in agreement. You are marked for millions, sis. Hey, Uralis. Come on with the visions, confirmation. I randomly came across a live last week and the pastor said you didn't think the Lord knew it was going to be your birthday during this fast. I was so relieved it wasn't my poor. Come on, okay? I spoke too fast. Hey, Janice. Hey, Danielle. Hey, Ariel, sis. All right, y'all, I'm going to get up off of here. Look out for the email tonight. I'm going to just let y'all know it's going to be really late tonight, okay? Because I have, what is this? It's 1:34. I have a 2 o'clock, a 3 o'clock, a 4 o'clock, and then after that, I have to cook dinner for my kids. So I am literally going to be back to back. So expect the email with the registration link for the fast really late tonight, and just, ooh, almost dropped my phone. Just get started, with praying and preparing. It's so interesting because there have been people that's like, girl, you be doing fast and you be telling us like 2 days in advance, 3 days in advance. And I'm like, it's crazy because first of all, I've been telling y'all that 40 days of prayer was coming soon for like the last couple weeks. If you're in Wealth Warfare Wednesday or Favor 365, you are not surprised. Like this is not news. Now, as far as what we're fasting for and it being targeted towards business owners that are marked for millions, that's new because I just got that last week. So that's new, okay? But I think something that people have to understand is that fasting is not supposed to be convenient. I think people go through this whole like, oh, let me prepare my mind to fast. Let me prepare to not eat this, or let me prepare to not do that. Like, we want to be so prepared, but we got to understand that fasting is supposed to stretch us, okay? Like, it's like, it does me no good when I'm doing a fast and I'm just like comfortable. It's supposed to stretch me. Something that used to really be like big for me with fasting was like the fasting from food. My stomach would be so turned up, like, oh my goodness, like, when are we going to get some food? Now, and I know that that's why lately, like, the Lord has been leading me to like dry fast more. When I say like not eating does not bother me anymore, like, I have done so many fasts, and fasting has been such a consistent thing that not eating, it's like the devil is not about to tempt me with that. Now, when you take away my water, like, I am a water drinker. Like, I don't play. I have a cup of water, a 25-ounce cup of water holding my phone up right now that I'm about to like dog the second that we get off of it. Like, I do not play about my water. So that's been the one thing with fasting lately, or one of the things rather, that has definitely stretched me. So we just have to be in a space where we're not like trying to be overly prepared. Like, fasting is supposed to stretch you so that you can have to stretch your hand to God. It is that simple. Like, I be needing God to carry me through these fasts because it's stretching me, it's growing me spiritually. So stop looking for convenience. Stop looking to be, oh, we're gonna, prepare for a week. No, like, right here, 48 hours before we start, that's the preparation. You can go and pray and ask God, to prepare you now, but that's really all. We don't need preparation when God has already gone before us. It's that simple. We don't need preparation when the Lord has already gone before us. So I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Like I said, look out for the email. It's going to be really late tonight with the registration details for the fast, and then we'll go from there. But have a great rest of your day, you guys.